Hello everyone, this is Jamie Lim. Welcome to my new hope, new journey in 2023 with Bazi. I hope you like my sharing and to share this video to others. And don't forget, click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon. So when there is a new video upload, you will get notified. Hello everyone. Is everyone can hear my voice loud and clear? Give me a 1 if you can hear my voice loud and clear. Right. Okay. Hello guys. Thanks for joining in for this workshop that I'm going to share about the upcoming for the 2023 Bazi in terms of how are we able to tap into it and how to understand about our own chart, that how does it related with us. I will give you the snapshot to understand overall for about it. All right. Today I'm going to talk about the title is the New Hope, New Journey in 2023 with Bazi, because that in Chinese metaphysics view, we can have using different type of the system to view for entire the whole things. So it depends on you wanted to view as the biggest optic, or you wanted to have a much more micro optic to view it. So tonight I'm going to share about the macro, that entire the view, that how are we able to understand about the 2023. Right. So in case some of you yet to like my Facebook here, this is my social platform. Okay, feel free to join in for all my this social platform that I share a lot of information about that. And I do a lot the consult for the Bazi feng shui or date selections. Like let's say sometimes that you don't know what's happening, but then you feel like something is, you are accidentally trigger those negative energy, then this may be one of the trigger point that your property or some of your office might trigger those negative energy. Things that not able to explain. It's not like we study in the university or from the college this time that everything must be fact, or as long as you answer with the right key point, and then your lecturer or your tutor will be give you a point of the mark. For Chinese metaphysics, all is about the energy. So it's like you can't able to this to really bring out the fact, but then something is going on, right? And I share a lot of things that for those informations that you can view it from the past. Actually, it's a lot of Shimandunja, the selection and the Bazi as well, right? And also that if let's say I see quite a good date to do the feng shui activations, or kind of like you would like to do you using the Chiman for manifestation, if I see the very good date or time, then I will share up in this social platform. So each social platform that you can able to see. Sometimes that I will be posted one site, and sometimes that it will be will be much more in detail with the server of the platforms. Okay. And if you would like to join, send this link to your friend. Feel free to ask them to join in for this new hope, new journey in the Bazi, right? Okay. And I'm going to show you the next one. Do you know that what is your desire in 2023? Do you know that? Or you have a kind of like the feeling that what would you like to achieve in 2023? What is your desire? Different people can be a different things, different feeling. Example, some people can have wanted to have achieve with some certain of the goal, depends on the short-term goal or the long-term goal. But anyway, do you guys know that how many days we left before New Year coming? New Year coming is a 2024. Do you guys know that? How many days left? Start to count from tomorrow. It's 50 days left. So within these 50 days, what are you able to do for yourself, or what can you plan to yourself? It can be your personal, can be for your relationship, can be your business or your career. Some people like maybe recently you feel like very stressful because of the company is keep on restructuring and without no directions, and you kind of like already feel stressful. Plus, the company not able to show you some of the right goal that your career path that supposed to go through. In the way you internally feel like you wanted to change job, you want to change to the different job, but within these 50 days, what can you do about to yourself? If you know something's very important that related about you, and you can do something in 2023 without waiting new year coming, meaning that for February 2023, do you think that you want to wait that time, then only you start to do, or right now you need to do some things about to yourself? Do you know that? What is your desire? The desire can be tangible and not tangible, right? Some people would like to achieve, okay, let me share the screen. Some people would like to achieve their monetary, to stay the better comfort zone so that can apply to the own self and the family member. And also they can have a more time to spend for their own self, that much more have a more freedom. You know, sometimes that the freedom money cannot buy, but a lot of the people would like to achieve that. Meaning that no matter how capable you are, example, you are so capable in your work, no doubt that, but somehow you have a kind of like you want to apply leave, you feel like not able to apply it because of restricted by the sum of the work. You have no freedom. You feel like you don't have a discount of freedom to going through, right? Or some of you would like to achieve some of the success. Success definition depends on yourself. What kind of the success that you would like to achieve? It can be your work, or have a happy family, or would like to have a very good relationship with the family, because maybe throughout the past few years you are spending less time with your family. Right now you would like to have achieve with this goal, because that previously you already worked so hard and then you less meet up with your family. But start from now on, you feel like your parents is getting old, and then you feel like wanted to spend more time with them. Like this kind of things that have a, it's not tangible, but you would like to achieve it. Because sometimes yin and yang, when you study in the metaphysics, right, Chinese metaphysics, yin and yang is hand and hand. You cannot be like off balance. Sometimes when you feel like you already have everything already, but why yourself internally feel not happy? This kind of the reflections, like you maybe need to reflect back for the past few years or recent year, this year, or you depends on you that which one that you want to reflect. Remember, macro or micro, which lenses you want to use to define what you truly want. What is your desire? Can be that your desire that you want, it can be continuously that you want to make it better, or can be change it. Because like, do you know that every time certain of the year or certain of the our Bazi luck pillar, our things that we need or things that we view for entire the whole things, meaning that our perspective, it might change. And because of also our environmental also change. So it's a because of the, is the Bazi will be as like the user guide. It's not because of you yourself that, okay, you use your Bazi, okay, this is your Bazi, that's why my Bazi like that. No, because yourself already have a carry this kind of the energy since when you're young. So when every time the energy change, since starting from you born until now, the energy change, your environment and your internal self, the energy also will change. So that's why sometimes that your family or can be your parents will say that, how come you change already? How come you not like my child last time? You last time very obedience, and suddenly like, how come you act like the different, like to offense me? The parents will feel like you are offending me, but you are not. You feel like you are not trying to offense, but you're trying to stand up your point, to trying to express out your true self. But other people feel like you are offended them. or the society feel like you shouldn't behave like that. The restriction and the constrictions to make you feel like that. That's why the people, especially during the past few years until today, when those people, do you notice that those people, right, they suddenly like act out of like not say abnormal, it's like the free up their own desire. They wanted to do whatever they want. They act as like the very compulsions. Example, just for the eating, they wanted to eat the best, or sometimes, right, they already feel full, but then they still want to continue eat the other things. This kind of the compulsions, you know, because of the holding long time, that this kind of the energy they wanted to free up, right? Okay, your desire, it can be also that you would like to change job. The current company not able to provide you for your career goal, and you don't see it in terms of your knowledge, your expertise, that you may not able to continue serve with your current company because current company may not able to give you what you expect. As you know that we're going to the period 9. A lot of the things that is coping up to the new advanced process already. Is your company that able to provide you or not? Because you also need to consider that with your current company, if continuously that they still in the middle of the halfway there, wanted to improve, but you keep example, if you are in the IT company, they will say that, oh, automation, everything must be to automate. But think another way, that when you need to do the automations, it also take times. But company whether have a money to invest these automations or not, but you know that this knowledge is very important to you. If this current company that not able to serve you or able to provide things to you, will you consider that need to look for the other better options, or self-improvement in terms of like you don't want to look for the job because you're seeking for your job security, because you have so many things that you need to take care at the moment, but somehow you really need to have a self-improvement in terms of your knowledge and your skill set. Especially if you want to go to the big firm company, normally they would like to see your professional exam paper or past exam paper. And each of the course itself, sending you go to the training, it can cost to up to the 10 to 20,000. Does your company able to provide this to you or not? Or you have to fork out yourself? A lot of these kind of things. Okay, your desire, you have to define it, because different people, they have a different desire. Okay, so it's like, doesn't matter that which age you are in now, can be the different thing. Some of you feel like, okay, you already feel like satisfied with your current earning, but you want to have your health, your better well-being. So you have a much more pay attention with your current well-being. Do you know that some more? In the 2023, certain of the people will affect their health also because of the energy. Or your desire will feel like, okay, you wanted to have your settle down, wanted to have a family. So it's like kind of like the goal, the desire is a step by step. Or you just feel like you wanted to have a grateful because surroundings around your environment, that you feel like the life is not only for money. It's also not only for just showing how rich you are or how much you have by showing off to everyone. Because the life is not only just this meaning. The life, it can be have a grace to you. When the moment you see you go through with a certain of the things throughout the past few years, or people happening surrounding with you, some go through with the suffering or some of the deaths situations, and then you say, you feel like, isn't that you need to be more treasure to yourself, to have your more take care about yourself, self-love, this kind of things. Self-love is not only like, okay, I need to wear nice, I need to eat very good food. No. Have you ever wondered your emotion also need to be self-care and self-love? This kind of things. So you might be, okay, this is just an example that what kind of the desire you would like to achieve in the 2023 with Bazi. Okay, so you roughly have an idea that what kind of things that you would like to achieve. Now, the first question says, who is the best person for me to seek for the help in 2023? Anyone is thinking that, oh, maybe it's my colleague, my boss. Okay, so after I get the promotion, I got a better price, and then also have a better the salary, this kind of things. Who can help you? All right, let's go for the details. As you can see that this is the Bazi for 2023. So it's starting from the 4th February, and it's a snake hour. So from here, from this Bazi chart, what can we read about that? What can we understand about that? How can we do some things about that? Who can able to help you? All right, the thing is, there will be, how many of you have a fire in your chart? Type me into the chart room. Who have fire in the chart? Who have fire? Or your chart have a more fire? No one? Who have a fire in the chart? Oh, cool. Do you know that for the fire, tend to do well in 2023? And why I say so is because they can able to see the opportunity, and also they can you can sizing the opportunity as well. You can see and you also can sizing the opportunity. Some more with your knowledge and with your past experience, you can help the others people to gain the clarity. Because when the moment you help others, at the same time, you also help yourself. Somehow the answer that you are seeking for indirectly will also be helping yourself. You are noble people, at the same time, you also noble to yourself. Yes. And also that you can help the others people by finding what is their true value, what kind of important thing for them. You can see it clearly. You can able to help them. The question is for every one of you here, what do you want to change in your life? This is a question in 2023. You can ask yourself back, what can you change in your life? Set it as a one goal. No need to have a long-term goal. Just a short-term goal, it will good enough to be able to help you to improve your life. So be yourself, noble as well. So you see, who, start from now on, you see who have a fire in their chart. Then if let's say you would like to gain some help, look for these fire people. And because of you have this kind of like the passionate with whatever that you are interested, that you have this capability, turn it into the money. At the same time, why I say the short-term goal, because of the 2023, the entire the Bazi, the energies, right? People seeking for like those quick result. So if like let's say you're staying in the Malaysia, they will say call it as the touch and go. They wanted to have a quick result. So meaning that they can see the quick result, but the thing is cannot long lasting. So with whatever the service provided that you provide to your company or to your customer or your stakeholder, those things is try not to do the very long-term goal. Do the short-term goal, it will be much more better. So it's like after achieving some small goal, then after that move on to the next one. Okay, this is one of the energy for the 2023 by reading the Bazi. And also, if let's say any one of you, not other than fire, if you are not the fire person, if you are seeking for those people need to help you, look for the fire person, because they're able to guide you, because they are like the light like that, you know, the light to show you the guide, to show you the pathway, or maybe throughout some conversations, they will give you some inspirations. They will give you some aha moment. So this is the fire power. If you are not the fire person, look for the fire person. If you are the fire person, you have a more this opportunity. You also helping yourself at the same time, you're helping the others as well. So the question is, how are you able to plan and develop and manage it with run more effective and efficiency way in your current whatever that maybe you are doing the project manager. So as a project manager, you need to run with the certain things. You need to ensure that everything's run it in proper way and proper manner and more effective and efficiency way. Or you are the fire person, you are working with the company, and your job is you need to have your plan very well and develop it with the cost efficiency. Because currently, right now, a lot of the company looking for the cost cutting. If you can save their cost, your boss will like it. Of course, reasonable, okay? Because don't cost cutting until like irrelevant, until feel like people make noise on that. And with the right execution, this is one of the keywords. If you have any other question, feel free to tap into the chat room, right? So this is a fire person. So if you are the fire person, should be happy, because there will be have a more opportunity for you. At the same time, you are the light for the others people. This can be your family member, because they might be tend to feel like very gloomy or certain things that they're not able to solve it. But you see the situation, you bring the light. When the moment you bring the light, people light up their light, and then you will see a lot of the light to light up surrounding you whenever you go. This is the cause and effect for the fire person. Yeah. All right. And wanted to know another one, who is the nobleman, who can help you, which is you also can look for the pink fire also, especially the pink fire. The pink fire will be able to help you in 2023. All right. Let me read the question if you have any other question. Okay. Right. So far, so good. Yeah. You guys can follow. Great. All right. Let's moving on. And based on this chart, actually, there will be have the hidden the things, because like, okay, generally for the whole thing for this Bazi chart in the 2023, yeah, they will be have the topic is the growth in general, meaning that it will be the great time. Every one of us have to cultivate the positive mindset. Allow yourself be more open-minded. When the moment you're more open-minded, and then you can see the possibility. When the moment you see the possibility, your heart is open up. All right. This is very important. I will share more details that why I say so, and then because there will be have some effect about that. So I will share it in my the 2023 my program, the annual metaphysics program. And also that another things that you may need to cultivate another key point. That is your intuitions, or sometimes people call it as a gut feeling. You may need to filter, have a layering of the filter to eliminate those illuminations. Because some people will tend to give some of the not very much of the useful informations, and then they would trying to give you some trait, and then feel like to trying to ask you to go into that. So in the way, it's actually a scheme, right? And also that you may need to cultivate your perceptions in the view for 2023. If let's say you are recently certain things happen that until you feel like very down, that you feel kind of like very emotional, try to pull back yourself, change your perceptions, go back to the positive mood. I know that it will not happen into the one day, but you set your intentions. It's very important in the 2023. Okay, very important. And also, based on this Bazi chart, there will be have some, you will see that there will be in surface, you will see the opportunity. Of course, you can see, right? If you learn the Bazi, you can see the direct wealth and then the wealth around this chart. But there will be have some hidden trap in this Bazi chart. Regardless that you are in the career right now, or you are thinking wanted to start your new career because your current job opportunity that given to you might not so stable already, that you would like to seek for the new side of the income, new income. Or you are doing the business now. This chart, there will have some hidden trap in terms of the wealth. How are you able to get the wealth? And it looks like you can get the wealth. Of course, you can see the direct wealth, right? And also got the indirect wealth. But the thing is, there will have some hidden trap in this chart. All right, and then I will share more about this in my the annual metaphysics program for the 2023, meaning is upcoming this weekends. Another things that you may need to careful that this chart, a tendency, those people, all the while, they are tip top in the positions in the current company, they can perform very well. But you will notice that the trend, people start to want to take their break. You will see this kind of the trend. And also it could be the company have a new policy and a new culture implemented, but no longer able, they themselves not able to cope up with that, or don't want to cope up with this kind of the environment. They feel like sick for that already. They wanted to have their own me time, to follow their own pace. The trend will be like that. So in the way, you will see that the people will lose job, or some people willingness to tender their resignations, even though they not yet find their job. They just wanted to take the break. This can be the 1 year, or maybe throughout this journey, throughout this period of the time, they found that what is truly needed. Meaning, what is the meaning, the life for them? Because all the while, you are living in the society that what is exactly the platform after you study and then you go to university. University already you come out to the job, start to your job already, then you need to have your own family, all the platform. Then throughout this period 9, people suddenly you will see that a lot of people awaken. They are start to questioning themselves. I mix a bit with the period 9 information. Do you guys are okay for that? Or you want me to just focus on the 2023? If you're okay for that, type me for #3. If you are okay for me to mix with a bit with the period 9 informations. Because you guys know, right? Start from a year later, it will be the period 9 energy already. So we don't want that when the things that, by the way, so-called as a start period 9, the energy will not immediately tell you that by when it's already period 9. Start from the 2024. That one is the energy already formed. In fact, the period 9 energy already happened few years back. Meaning, even though right now it's already period 9 energy, and you don't want to wait so long. Even though there will have some things that you can cultivate right now in the period 9 energy. All right. Okay. So far, if you have any other question, feel free to tap into the chat room. Right. So just overall, this chart, the Bazi chart, you will see a lot of the opportunity. Well, there will be some hidden trap. If let's say you are doing some investment, you might be need to watch out for that also. Okay, let's moving on. The next one. Am I in the right industry that have the highest chance to the prosperous? The question right now is in water rabbit Kui Mao year, generally, you will notice that the trend, the people still wanted to continuously to having a joint venture collaboration with the other people, or have a sharing the resources or partnership. A lot like this kind of like they cannot do their own self. They have to partner with this one and so on. But bear in mind that how many of you, okay, let me see, how many of you planning to have starting your own business, or your so-called as a new side income, or you so-called as a freelancer? If you planning to have this, it will be we advise that have a short-term goal better instead of the long-term goal. There will have some hidden track happening in the Bazi chart for the 2023. There has a reason. And also, if let's say for the whole energy the Kui Mao year, the Yi Wood cannot be do alone. They need to gain more support in terms of the resources. The resources can be the money, people, or knowledge, expertise, all these sort of things. Themselves not able to do it. They need to having a joint venture or partnership with other people. And when you plan to have this kind of side income, or you already right now you plan, okay, you are the boss right now, you're thinking the upcoming years, you are thinking that wanted to have how many the long-term project or the short-term project that able to support with your current company, would be advised to you is a short-term better. Yep. Right. And if you are doing the project manager, focus on those short-term projects, and focus on those short-term projects that giving you back the benefit to help your project save the cost. In the way you are helping your company, at the same time, your boss will happy for that because you help to cut things cost. If let's say so happen is you are assigned with the big scale project and needed with the more than 1 year to complete it, you might be need to chunk it down and having a discussion with your stakeholder. Because based on the next year, 2023, the Bazi energy is better benefit for going to the short term. And also for every one of you, regardless that you are, because I will not really talk about the animal sign or what, okay? I'm talking about the most of you. The keyword, one of the keyword for success in the 2023 is create new thing, new idea to implement in your current job, or in your project, or in your current business. Need to have a new blood. All right. The keyword is new. And what kind of the things that, if let's say you are thinking that my current industry, whether can support with this energy or not for 2023. If you are doing those educations, daycare, tuitions, or you are doing those research, this kind of the business or the services, or you are supporting your current company is providing this kind of services, this is one of the trend, the good trend that potentially much more better than the other business. And if you notice that, starting from the MCO, in Malaysia we call it an MCO, some of the countries call it as a COVID pandemic. During that period of the time, people not really much focus on in terms of the skill set must be very into the certain of the subject. They also much more focus on the soft skill. When you go to your performance review with your HR, they will give you the performance review in terms of the the hard skill and the soft skill. The soft skill is also much more important in the current period of the time, included the period 9. So in the way, the self-development is continuously. And if you are doing the business or you are helping the others people to shaping their best versions, their old self is no longer needed, no longer have this kind of the able to serve their purpose. Then by doing this industry, it will be much more better that in terms of the bring the more profit, because people not much more focused on the must be knowing to have this tangible, the knowledge that you can share and can to benefit the company, but people also focus on your soft skill, your self-development, right? Especially if let's say you have a strong, very great idea, a lot of the idea and a lot of the new things that to innovate from it, it will be much more better, because you will see slowly the profit will become to you. Or your recognition, if let's say you work for the others people, your recognition will come back to you, right? And also another industry, if you are doing this kind of like where teaching people to have a better communication skill, or teaching people to have a better presentation, or teaching them how to show themselves, or their attire, their wearing, the way they speak, or the way they do the work to show themselves, to present themselves in the much more better way. This is also another trend for the upcoming year in 2023. If you are doing this kind of business, potentially will have a more profit also. Restaurant or F&B or airline also will be catching up also, because right now that if you notice that the trend, because of the lockdown, right now everyone is a compulsion to spend. The compulsion to spend doesn't mean that you need to spend a lot of money. Even though the small money also they have a spend. But the question is, a key thing is, do you spend into the value to invest to yourself or not? Or just a surface? Meaning that just wearing a nice clothes, that's all to show. But after that, the same clothes hanging out into the wardrobe there. Do you turn this thing, your money, into your value or not? Your value in terms of those skill, your knowledge that able to help you to continuously to serve it for your own purpose, for your own benefit. Learning, invest to yourself for the knowledge is one of the key in the 2023, right? So let's say that you are doing you are open the cafe, that maybe from there that you can invented the new way that what is the current the taste that people like it. Maybe because right now you know that, right? People are much more concerned about their health. So let's say just a cappuccino, if you can invent it with some certain of the ingredient, with the less milk putting in, but the taste is a different, but it's very unique from your cafe, that you're creating your own brand. You create your own unity. Because people focus on their health also right now. If every time you using the same milk, same type of the milk by to making the cappuccino, for the long run, the quality of the milk is no longer like the last time already. If you notice that, if you drink the milk, even though the same brand, it not served with the different taste already. So from there, you can invent it, and then this will bring you the new opportunity. Remember earlier on, the key success for the 2023 based on the Bazi is create the new thing. The keyword is a new. And self-learning, self-development. Soft skill is one of the important as well. All right. Okay, let me read. Next thing. Next one. Right now is literally I extract those the ingredient from the Bazi chart reading, put into the point form. So from there it's easy for you to read. The third thing is, what are the better options for me to grow myself in terms of the wealth and inner strength? What can we do for ourselves? How many of you, your day master is having a Kui or Yi wood, Yin water and Yin wood? How many of you have that in your chart? This is for you, if you have that. So for the Kui, Yin water and the Yin wood, this is the year for the 2023. It's the year of the reflection for you. You maybe feel like something is not so much into the very pleasant, because that you need to relearn it, unlearn it, and relearn the new things. I have the yin wood. Okay. So meaning that you might be need to look back. What have you learned in your past? In your past experience? What is the lesson learned to you? If you not yet find it, go to deep down into it and unlearn it, to train yourself to become as a stronger person or the new version of you. You may also need to seek for what is your life purpose. Or maybe all the while you're busy with your entire the work. For the whole, some of you, like, let's say that you go through with the certain luck pillar. Let's say that you're going to the wealth luck pillar. You're busy for the entire the whole decade. But right now, suddenly, like, the energy shift already, and someone is like annual is like shift a bit, like treat you a bit, like you might be need to aware of, something is different, not like last time. And you might be suddenly like triggers that, what are you truly serve to yourself in your life? You may need to ask yourself, what makes you excited, enjoy every single day? What have you learned throughout during the past few years? If you not yet learn, when you moving on after the 2023, and then after that go to the period 9, you may feel like those things that you not yet learn, it will keep on carried with you. Some of you, you have a Kui water and then the Yin wood. You may need to take notes down. You have to ask yourself back, what have you learned in your past? What kind of the experience that you have learned to shape you right now at the stage now? If you yet to find your own lesson, continue to find it, because it's like the snowball. It will keep on rolling. Do you notice that some people, when they are getting all the while they are doing quite well. Everything is quite well in terms of the financial, in terms of the comfortable for their own living, and then with the family, all the while everything will be okay. But when things that starting shift, especially when they got older, you notice that how come their life is not like last time already? How come these people, their lifestyle is much more feeling like struggle, or feel like very much into a lot of the problems, a lot of the challenges, a lot of the internal struggle as well? You know why? Because of the lesson. They not yet learned the lesson. So all this thing is like the snowball. When you not yet learn, it will continuously to carry out until you finish learn the snowball. It will slowly melt back. So sometimes people say that these old people, they are these oldest people, like how come so pitiful, and somehow how come like so a bit like the drama, sometimes that a bit like things happening around, you're wondering why. But then you feel like, hey, they are rich people, how come they still have a facing this kind of struggle? The key thing is lesson. What have you learned in your past? So try to find your own lessons that you need to learn. Instead of like when you're getting older, you have to learn all this thing. Better learn early stage better than later, right? You don't want to have so much trouble. This is one of the Bazi way. Even though when you go through with the luck pillar, or the annual luck pillar will be kind of like give you the snapshot. If you try to, you get some glimpse and the feeling that, okay, yeah, this is the one that I need to learn. And then you start to cultivate because you're already aware it. Then in the way, you shorten your lesson learned. And in terms of no need to wait for when you're getting older, then only this thing will be happen again. If you notice that same lesson, it will be keep on into forming into the different way, but it's the same pattern that led you to learn. So you might be need to for the Kui water, the Yin water and the Yin wood. Okay, some of you are a bit shy, but it's okay. And yeah, some of you, I saw that you are replying the chat room here. The thing is a lesson learned in the past few years, and also maybe like you didn't find any things that you have learned before. Well, think back in your job. What have you learned? What makes you right now in terms of your skill? Is it better than the before? Even though right now you are struggle right now, ask back yourself. Much more better because your knowledge in terms of the knowledge and your skill set is much more better. You learn something. And also, okay, this is the tangible. What about the intangible? Are you able to see through what you truly need? If let's say money or family is not your concern, what is your truly needs in your life? What is a true matter to you? Sometimes our thought may not the thought that you think, because it can be the influence by the society, the system that shape you into that, okay, I must do this. Your thought maybe is not like that. Meaning it's your own internal self is not like that. It's not your own thought, but the thought is planted from the society or from the family. They wanted to, in Chinese culture, they very much into the face. They feel like face is much more important. They rather than the old people will say that rather than D, then after that I also want to keep my face. This could be one of the lesson learned because of the high ego. From the Bazi itself, how does it, the 2023 and also the period 9, how are you able to grasp these lessons? Right? And also, yeah, for the special notes for the day master for the Yiwood person, yeah, you may need to cultivate your own inner strength. Find out that what you like and dislike. Because sometimes, right, you remember earlier on, things that you think that is you, your thought is you, but actually the thought is not you. It's planted from the society or from your family culture, wanted you to shape you into like this kind of the mindset. So seek for the clarity is much more in terms of the 2023. Seek for the clarity, finding back your own core value. What is your truly core value? Again, if money or family is not a part of the things that you need to concern, What is your core value? What is your truly your own self? What is really important to you? Example, you might be thinking that certain thing is very precious to you, very important to you. You feel like cannot let go. No one can take it. That is your core value. Does your core value serve your purpose or not? For the Yi-Wood, Day Master Yi-Wood. That you need to ask yourself back. And also, you continuously to drill down. This is actually indirectly where I'm guiding you for the 2023, how you make use on your chart. Yeah, this is one of the energy for the Yi-Wood person. You may feel that to differentiate which one is important to you or which one is not important to you already, because you keep on asking to find back your lessons. If this is very important to you, why is so important to you? The key word for the 2023 is a be mastery on you, for your own self, for Yi-Wood person. Or some of you having a Kui, Yin water, you also can be consider about this. You also need to, this kind of things, right? Not necessarily every time must be the tangible, you know. Tangible meaning that must be the scene, must be the fact. You show me the fact, you must be show me the result. I want to see the result. And then the eyes are big, big. No. Come to the period 9, you will slowly to see that this kind of fact and data might not very much of one of the concepts. I will not say that it's very important. I would say that people will much more pay attention their own internal well-being, their own emotions. All right. So you can take notes on that. This is an extra note that some of you, or maybe the people that are surrounding you, that have the yin water or the Yi-Wood water, yin wood water. Okay, then you can consider about that, this kind of the energy that may affect you. And keyword is lesson. What is the true lesson that you need to learn? If not, then it will be keep on manifest into the different form, different pattern, and you continue learning it until you finish to graduate. Then these things will not happen. We don't want to learn it when come to old age, have a bagging. There's so many, like the snowballs, so heavy and so cold, holding it until when we grow older, still feel that kind of the baggage that the lesson is have to learn. Better learn now. Okay, then another things are how to grow myself in terms of my wealth. Okay, so as we know that let's say we know wealth is the fire is the wealth in 2023, right? How many of you is you are the earth, meaning you have your own resource, yourself, your day master is earth person. No one? Okay, just example, because of when we see the Bazi in the 2023, we know that the fire is wealth in the 2023, right? That is the general. But how does it, the Bazi is related to us, to our personal? Oh, you also, wow. Then, okay, the good news is you may need to look back as you are the earth persons, fire, which means that is your resource. And your resource, if you make use and fully utilize your resource, this is one of the year for you to make money in 2023. Got it? Example, like let's say, for the you are the earth person, right? And then you wanted to have earn more money because you know that is a resource for you. So in terms of the resource, what you need to act upon and what can you do for yourself in 2023? For the earth person, if we know that it's like they are quite stable, they are very resourceful, right? So in the way that isn't that you need to provide more resource informations or give more value to the others people, you also at the same time that gain more trust from the other people, also one of the key that in order for you to get more money in 2023. Of course that sometimes the earth people, they will be like they stable, they very much in the stable mood, and also sometimes they very much into the perseverance, so not like easily to give up. So if you continuously focus on what you want to endeavor in the way, and you know that resource is one of your wealth opportunity, continue do that, you will slowly to see the money to come in. Yeah, this is one of the way. Everyone got it, huh? So you maybe need to look back to your own self. For your own chart, if let's say you are learning from the Bazi, for your own chart, what is your fire element for you? Right? This is one of the tips for you that you can look through on that. I will share out more this kind of information into my AMD program, right? But this is like the snapshot that how are you able to in terms of to gain more wealth opportunity. Okay. And next one. With this one, like a lot of the times that you wanted to know, wanted to seek for the better clarity or better optic the landscape to understand the upcoming for the 2023. The outlook, the entire the whole thing, because like sometimes, right, you are doing the manager role or you are as a boss in the company, obviously sometimes you have to be more macro or macro into the certain of the subject. Right now we wanted to know for the upcoming the 2023, how does you how can you able to get and understand the entire the whole energy that affect your personality, your wealth, or your career. Sometimes could be the environment, like let's say all the while you're doing very great job, you know, you've done every single things perfectly fine, but somehow what is happening, some challenges happen, you don't know why. That must be have some energy affected you. Example, some of you experiences with your having a good relationship with your spouse or with your family, or especially with your parents, all the while very good, but how come things that the relationship is starting faded? You don't know why, don't know since when. In 2023 there will be have a one of the energy is carried about this. And also, who will be the affected most in 2023? I'm not talking about the animal, I'm talking about the energy, the element. And also what kind of the health might be get triggered, and who will be get most affected, and who will be beside the just now the Kui water and the Yiwood, who will be also having a this kind of feeling upset, get triggered. Who else? There will be have someone also have need to self mastery to their own self. The moment you self mastery to your own self, slowly you will see your capacity is increased. When your capacity is increased because you keep on doing your related the actions, your wealth opportunity also keep flowing to you. Who is the one? And also for the upcoming the 2023, what else the trait that you can cultivate not only for the 2023, but it can prepare you up to the period 9. You wanted to know, right? You don't want to wait for after 2024, then only you start to cultivate. Better start now. The more you start early, those energy, it will be much more, it will be bring you more benefit to yourself. And this can apply to everyone. Sometimes you might be feel like some of you join my Hooray in 2023 program, those free online, that you very well known that okay, certain months after you join my things, then you will know that okay, certain months of the energy would okay get affected and this and that, right? But before that, you very take care about every single the issue. But so happen if you know the negative energy is that month happen, but you do nothing, just happen is the wall is cracked or the ceiling, the dropping with the water. Do you know that this is the activate the negative energy already? And this will affect the people for the family, especially those related the people who are carrying the particular the sector, they may affect it as well. So what can we do when this kind of things happen? How can we prevent it when at least like the antivirus to protect our own space, our own family, our own property? When even though you already take care everything, that make sure that not to activate the, you know, right, that let's say the 5 yellow example, that you don't want to do any activation for that, because you know that 5 yellow is a calamity shark, bring the mishaps. But what if your external, your neighbor or some the government, the project having the constructions, so happen they trigger the 5 yellow energy in the way, if let's say that it will be have a layer that you already done something earlier on for the year, isn't that much more better? At least have some mitigate some discount the negative energy impact. Then only you can do the others, the playing for the other feng shui star, flying star. Either you want to mitigate or you wanted to enhance the energy. It's like our annual body checkup. Every time we need to do some mitigation for that, and then need to adjust some little bit, or is it necessary need to adjust a big things or not? This kind of things. Feng shui, annual the feng shui, we also need to check about that. So I always use the example like the annual body checkup that you need to check as well, because the energy is shifted. When the energy shifted, this also will affect the people who are staying in this house. And also that with this, the upcoming to 2023, you might need to have a certain of the months itself, you might need to be more focused on that. Why? Because regardless that you are doing the business or you are doing working for the others people, because certain month the energy is a very volatile. You right now you wanted to plan some things, isn't that you don't want to wait for when exactly the months happen, then only you plan? No, right? At least you know in advance what can you do. After that, because the energy also keep on changing. Right now we view it as the whole macro. When come to the every month, we zoom into the better the update, because the energy keep on changing. So we will base on the according is the energy itself to look into the detail. Right now we know that okay, roughly this month's energy or the certain month's energy that you need to be more aware of. Or right now you're planning to have a joint venture or wanted to have a partnership with someone. Do you know that in the just now the earlier the Bazi chart 2023, there will be have some trap inside. We might be need to aware of also. There will be have a lot of this kind of things that I will going to share about in my annual program, which is this one. Oops. Yeah, this one. For my this Water Rabbit 2023 Water Rabbit Annual Metaphysics and Divination. This is the live program. It's online. It's 17 until 18 December, 2 days. So it's starting from the 10 a.m. until the 1 p.m. GMT. All right. So I will be sharing a lot of this kind of information, like based on with what I'm be sharing tonight. It's just a snapshot. It's like they will be having so much thing to cover, and not only the one of the system like just now the Bazi itself. They will be have a different system to cover up. Okay, and also with this, it come together with the Q&A. If let's say after the 2 days that you digest it and then after you have discovered the new things or have some topic that you would like to ask or would like to discuss, we can bring it into the Q&A sections, which is under the 11th February 2023, 4 p.m. until the 5 p.m. We can discuss from there. Or you can pre-request early what kind of things that you would like to know more about that. And if you're interested, and then you feel like really you are the one that wanted to look into the more detail what 2023 can do for you, sign up this program, Annual Metaphysics and Divination. So the link here, let me share the link. It's under here. You can click this link under the chat room to sign up, or you can just scan this QR code for signing up. There will have some dates given, at least that will have some preventions for you or have some mitigation before things that someone is going to activate some things to your house. All right, let me read the question. Any one of you have any other question? A lot of the things that I will be covered up into my this 2023 Water Rabbit Annual Metaphysics and Divinations. So from there, at least that will give you the holistic and what you can do about to yourself or your family or your career. All right. So we have been going through that right now. What we can do for the 2023 is just a quick summary. You may need to come up with the new things. Self-cultivate in terms of the self-development is very important. Those things that invested to yourself in the knowledge, in skill set, soft skills as well. And also having a positive mindset is very important. Stay positive, cultivate positive things. Change your perception, be self-mastery to your own self. So extra notes for the day master, if let's say you have a day master for the yin water or the yin wood water, yin wood, that will have extra things that just now the information that I've been shared out. So you may need to cultivate from that, one of the key lessons, right? And who else can help you? There will have a fire person. Look for the fire. Fire will bring you the light. So who are these fire persons to you? If you are the fire person, you yourself also as your own noble as well. Or if you feel like much more comfortable, you can seek for your the professional guidance. This also will bring you the much helpful. So bear in mind that also based on the chart, it look like everywhere will have a money, but there will have some track in the 2023. Okay, let me read. Okay, you guys have any question? Or with what I'm sharing, or you would like to know more about this on Water Rabbit, the Annual Metaphysics and Divination Program? I know some of you already signed up for this Annual Metaphysics Divinations, right? Okay, and then I will see you in this weekend. Some of you are due to the time zone difference, right? So you might not able to watch the whole section, but I will encourage you to join live, because that if let's say have some question on the spot that you can immediately to ask, then it's much more better, can share out more information to you guys. Okay, I hope that you guys that like my sharing tonight and do consider with this Annual Metaphysics Divinations and what kind of things that you can do for yourself. Ask yourself this question, right? Okay, I see you in this weekend. Bye.